Hello and welcome to day 2 of Reviews Week, and today I am going to be reviewing the Hornby Devon Flyer. Now this was my first ever loco. This was my starter set, which got me into it about 2009-2010. It came with the track mat, which was on my layout up until a few months ago, and it also came with all the third radius corners that are on my layout. That's the power track that I use for the outer curve, and I got that straight probably somewhere on the layout, so it's still in good use today, 3 years on even. So there's what you get, which is here. Then it comes with the controller and the transformer. Both of them have never failed, apart from the controller. Last year did have a problem in that the little plug on the end, one of the wires came off, but that was fine, we sorted that. I just had the spare controller in for about a week, and yeah, so 3 years and it's never failed, so it's quite durable. This is what comes in the box. So in the tray we have the corners and the wagons. The locomotive goes there, the controller and the transformer, all of which are very snug fits in there, so nothing's in any danger of moving around at all or falling out. That's a really good packaging. It can't quite compete with the Bachmann new packaging, but it is really good all the same. So here's the train that comes in the set, and I'm going to start with the wagons. So I'll take the locomotive off for the moment, and we'll bring these a little closer. I'll start with the red one at the front, just like in the packaging there. So Highly Mining Company, number 425. It's got all the nice writing on it that you would have in real life, which is quite nice. It's got all the slats on it, and the wooden slats, and the framework that joins it together, so that's quite nice. You could weather this using that framework, it'd be even nicer. On the end here we've got a slight problem in that there's very little detail on the chassis there, and there's a gap from the mould, I think, a little circle there. They had that on the class 08 from the railroad series. That's not good. So on the inside of the wagon there's no planking there, so that's not brilliant. Yeah, so that's that wagon, and going back to that chassis a moment that has no detail on the end apart from the buffers, the brake van seems to have the same chassis. From the end there's nothing apart from the buffers and the coupling, so it's a bit of a shame, but then I guess it's a starter set, so it doesn't have to have immaculate detail and stuff. Other stuff on the brake van, it's got all the 12 ton and the other warning things. Then it has a nice little step along here. All the doors and stuff are on there, and then there's planking on the sides. The roof is quite nice, that's got quite a bit of detail, and the other side's the same, so that's got that piece coming out, which is also quite nice. Moving on to the blue wagon in the middle. This one again has all the planking and all the metal bars that would hold it together. Again, quite a nice chassis. This one actually does have detail on the ends there, so that's quite good. And on the inside, that's actually got planking on the inside, so that's also very good. So that wagon's probably the most detailed out of all of them. But overall, for a starter set, these wagons are very good. So, moving on to the loco now. The first thing I'll point out is those people weren't in there to start with. I put those people in there, and there's a fireman in there as well if I turn it around a bit. He's shoveling some coal in. And it comes with 2 vacuum pipes that go in that little hole there. I don't know if you can see that, but I didn't put that on either just because when I had this, my layout was on the floor and the chances of it getting kicked were quite high, so yeah. You can see why I didn't put that on. So there's quite a nice application of livery on here, and there's quite a few rivets coming down with the number. The handrails aren't separately fitted, they're just part of the moulding, but they're still quite nice. There's plenty of them around the place, and if we follow them around, that brings me onto the front. There's a few rivets around there. I think the main detail there would be the vacuum pipe, which I haven't put on. And then we come up from the buffers. It's quite nice around here. None of this is separate again, but I keep saying this, but it's a starter set, so we don't want too much detail because it will break quite easily. One thing I have just noticed here, these bits coming across, the hinges are silver. On the box up there, they're black, so don't be fooled by that. I've just noticed that while I'm filming this. So yeah, then we have a footstep that goes up to the tanks. That's quite nice. That's the same on the other side. On top we've got the roof, which is quite nice. That's got several rivets. The dome and the whistle, that's quite nice. And then there's quite a few rivets around the fire. No, not the firebox, the front bit too. I don't know what that's called. Comment below, someone tell me, and I might be able to say it in some of my future videos. So the locomotive is quite good for detail. Let's see how she runs. So here we are, we're on the layout, and as you can see, I've put the wagons behind her. So I'm just going to back her up slowly. Oh, wrong way. And off we go. Now, she's not great at slow speeds, and as you can see, she swaps and points a bit. But she does go like a rocket. I mean, the controller's only at 9 o'clock, and yeah. So there you go, the power's on quite slow, and it can do slow if you clean the track a lot, but she will get stuck quite a bit. But yeah, if you turn the power up, she'll go at that sort of speed quite happily. So there you go, the Hornby Devon Flyer. Great starter set, and if you're getting back into the hobby, I suggest you find one cheap somewhere, and there you go, you're back in. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. More of Reviews Week coming up soon.